Hello buddies, this is Harsha. Welcome back to Capersway Tech. iPadOS 15 Beta 2 is finally out. Let's discuss how to install it and check out the latest features. So simultaneously I'll be explaining the steps and also displaying you the screen recordings. So the first step is to go to the browser and type Beta Apple Program or Apple Beta Program, anything would be fine. So go to the first link, Apple Beta Software Program, scroll down and click on Get Started. Now authenticate your device by the Touch ID. I don't have Face ID, so I basically use this Touch ID. So it's loading, just a minute. Go to iPadOS and click enroll your, this is macOS. Click on iPadOS and click over here, enroll your iPad. Now scroll down, it actually asks you to back up your storage, but that's not mandatory, and click on download profile. Okay. So click allow and just close this prompt. So now you have to open the settings app, click on the downloaded profile, so your iPad will be registered in the beta program. Go to general, then click on software, and automatically you will be able to see iPadOS 15 public beta 2. Click on download and install and just give your passcode, whatever it is. You can see 4.61 GB of update which is available, and just click on download and install. As you can see here, it's displaying about 23 minutes remaining. So let's wait. So now it has been updated and I just feel the transitions are smoother when compared to iPadOS 15. So the first newly updated feature is the widgets. They have included a lot of fresh widgets which helps the users stay always productive and updated. As you can see, there are various widgets given over here like Smart Stack, App Store, Batteries, Calendar, Chrome, etc. They have this aesthetic look that attracts the users, which connects them a lot. Second huge feature which iPad users were waiting for is App Library, and it's finally here. It's not a huge feature, but they have included it with separate sections divided for such as suggestions, utilities, productivity, etc. We've included this app called Translate, where you can type or speak the language and convert it into your requested language. The next app is Magnify. Let's zoom it and check. That's not HD quality, but they capture and cover a lot of material. But I don't see any use of this app as of now. So this is Maps. They have improved the app quite a bit. You can see new buildings and 3D structures, but I think it's not available for India. Just look at the smooth animation. It feels very good. They have even added a night and day look to the globe. As you can see, the whole Asia is dark and the other North America part is in the daylight. Here are some options like new guide, share your location, etc. Don't get excited, it's not a native calculator app, it's a third-party application. I have just installed from App Store. Some ads are rolling out over here, you can see. There's a new app called Feedback. Okay, let me log in first. So here you can see I have some options for recent activity requests, and let's check inbox. Okay, these are some newsletters about the beta programs which are available. So the next huge update is the Safari browser. So here you can see the start page. Private is an option to check how many trackers Safari has blocked. Okay, now let's go to website facebook.com. Oh, that's new. You can see rectangly rounded strips that slide and expands the bar you're browsing on. Here you can see these two are group tabs, and you can also create a separate group of tabs based on your choice. So the next feature, which is really helpful for pure multitasker and people who are always in a hurry and want to take notes quickly. Just by dragging from the right corner, you can access these quick notes. Also write, let me write google.com. Actually, I don't have a pencil, I have to purchase it. Just click on it and it takes you to the website, which is pretty cool because just look at my handwriting. It even detects this. Let me try one more, apple.com. See, it directly opens the website. Quick Notes is really handy. There's also an option for adding a website into Quick Notes by clicking these three dots. Let me just add to Quick Note. See, the website is added into the Quick Note. Okay, now I'm going to show a feature which is really crazy. Just go to any website, copy the text and just click add to Quick Note. Normally the text gets copied, but here it's totally different. Close the apps, remove them from background. Now open the quick note and just click on the copied text. It directly takes you to the copied part in the website, which is really beneficial. They have also showcased that now we can access Siri even when there is no network connection. So let's try that. I first access Siri when Wi-Fi is on. Now I switch off the Wi-Fi and ask Siri to set a timer for 5 seconds. Set a timer for 5 seconds. Nope, it's not working. Maybe they will update and include this feature in the stable version. So the next feature is focus modes. 3 are already given here: do not disturb, personal and work. You can schedule when a particular mode should turn on, different home and lock screens, and you can also prioritize your notifications. You also have an option to create your own focus mode. Suppose you opt for personal focus and want to change some settings in it, you can select from which person you want the notifications to be allowed. Now go to privacy, click on location services. You now have an option to select your location access to never, ask next time, and while you're using the app. They have also optimized this clock app. Instead of clicking edit, now you can just click on it and set the alarm of your choice. Now you get these 3 dots on every app you use, where you get an option to select whether you want a full screen, split view, or a picture-in-picture view. You can also go to background apps, and you can also place the apps which you want to view in split view. And you can also swap them from other apps, like as you can see here. You can also get a separate view for the windows on right and tabs on the left. On multiple shelves, and this will display every time when you open a specific app, where you can see and you can access them from bottom. And all these shelves will be displayed in the background open apps. You also get a new feature to open a specific tab in a new window, where it will be centered and you can just swipe it down and add it to the shelves. There's also a magnify option you get now when scrolling the cursor on top of the typed text. As you can see here, if I scroll on this text, there's a small glassy bubble available over the text which magnifies the text. Finally, you get a low power mode which makes iPadOS even better. You can access it from settings, or you can place it in the control center. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you, take care, bye bye.